Today we are here at Pet Park with Mac. And let's talk about mental health. Most conversations about mental health focus on fixing problems when things go wrong. But psychology also talks about well being, about what helps the mind stay balanced before it reaches a breaking point. Pets play a role here that's often overlooked. As we spend the day here, we'll talk about how pets, especially dogs, support mental health in quite practical ways that actually matter. So, one of the first things researchers noticed about human animal interaction is how the body responds. When you pet a dog or spend time around animals, cortisol levels drop. Cortisol is the hormone linked to stress and anxiety. At the same time, the brain releases serotonin, dopamine, and oxytocin. These chemicals help regulate mood, create feeling of safety, and support emotional connection. This is why being around pets can feel calming almost immediately. Your nervous system responds by relaxing. For people dealing with anxiety, emotional exhaustion, or chronic stress, this kind of natural regulation is important.
Loneliness isn't only about being physically alone, it's about feeling emotionally disconnected. Pets offer constant companionship without expectations. They don't judge your mood or energy or even explanations. For people who live alone or are going through emotionally heavy phases, this kind of presence can be grounding. Pets create emotional safety, and feeling emotionally safe is a basic psychological need. Pets also bring structure into daily life. They need to be fed, they need care, they need attention. These responsibilities create routine. For people dealing with depression, ADHD, or low motivation, routine is especially important. It gives the day a shape and direction. Even on difficult days, people often still show up for their pets. That sense of being needed can protect against feelings of hopelessness and disconnection.
So pets, especially dogs, naturally encourage movement. So walking, playing and being outdoors, all of this improves movement because physical activity in our brain regulates stress. What makes us different from typical exercise is that it doesn't feel forced. You are moving because your pet made you do it. Pets also encourage social interaction, and at places like these, conversations start easier. People smile more and you feel lighter. For someone who struggles with social anxiety or isolation, pets act as a social bridge. There's also an effect on self confidence because that unconditional response that we receive from pets encourages our self worth.
It's important to say this clearly. Pets are not a replacement for professional mental health care. They don't replace therapy, medication, or structured support, but they are very much powerful for everyday support.
Spending time at a pet park made something very clear. Mental health advice or support doesn't always come from solutions. Sometimes it just comes from presence, from responsibility, and from feeling connected in very simple ways. Pets support mental health by supporting us where we are. And sometimes that kind of support is all we need.